All right, Mayor Eric Adams eyeing a former psychiatric hospital campus and a racetrack, both in Queens, as the next place to house asylum seekers.
Yeah, Queens Borough President Donovan Richards got the call over the weekend, and now he's joining us this morning with the very latest on these plans. So, Borough President, good morning. Thanks for being here.
Good morning. Good to see you.
So I saw your whole tweet thread about this, right? More than 82,000 asylum seekers have arrived here in New York since last spring. We know that. But now there is this phone call that you got about what's happening in Queens, some temporary shelters that may be popping up. So what was that conversation? What did it entail?
Yeah, so we're waiting for a little bit more information from City Hall, but they did alert us late Saturday night that they were looking at both of these sites as potential places to house asylum seekers. This week, there will certainly be some walkthroughs at both sites, I believe, with city and state agencies to determine the feasibility. And we look forward to hearing more from City Hall as they proceed with whatever they're going to do at both of these sites.
Can you tell us more about your idea for a community advisory board and how you basically want people to weigh in before a decision is made on migrant shelters?
Right, and we're in a state of emergency. I'm not here to pretend we're not in a crisis. So this is not about being NIMBYs. This is about ensuring that communication is strengthened between City Hall and local neighborhoods, who do have some concerns around safety. And then also for us, how are these migrants being treated in a humane fashion? So I think there's a little bit of everything that needs to be put on the table here, whether it's more investment in transportation, because these two locations do present challenges when it comes to transportation, everything down to how are the migrants going to shower at these locations. So we really want them to be treated in a humane fashion as well. And we need to see more investment from City Hall if they're going to continue to house more asylum seekers.
Was that conversation with City Hall more of a, this is what we're doing, or what's your input, Borough President?
Yeah, no, these are potential sites. Nothing has been determined yet. Okay. So it's hard to have an educated conversation without the determination being as of yet.
And this all kind of goes back to that conversation that we've had with you before about affordable housing, right? Because we know there's a shortage. And with the new migrants that are coming in and these asylum seekers, that could add to that very issue here. So what do you see as a solution to this issue?
Well, over 100,000 individuals are living in shelter as we speak today. And Creedmoor, actually, we are now in talks with the state to actually redevelop it into a mixed-use community, mixed-income-use community. So there would be ample opportunities to put housing on the site, to really think about transportation, and really think about how do we improve the lives of residents in Eastern Queens as well. So this is a potential site as well, even as they talk about putting asylum seekers there, but more needs to be done across the city without a doubt.
Okay.
It's personally been my experience, anytime the city says this is a potential site, it means that migrants could be there at any time. So it's hard to plan for elected officials like yourself.
Well, listen, I'm not new to this. I've been true to this. So we are taking the worst case scenario that this will happen. And that's one of the reasons we put out on the table, we want a community stakeholders roundtable immediately to be put in place. But we're not going to wait, and it's better, those who fail to plan to fail. Those who fail to plan.
Sure. I don't want to run out of time. I want to know the status of the Innovation Queens development project in Astoria.
Oh, so they're still working on their financing with the city and state, but I anticipate we will have some shovels in the ground in a few months. And I'm proud of the progress we've made, certainly with several developments in Astoria. So to be determined, but we are talking to the development team and look forward to hearing more from City Hall on what that financing looks like sooner than later.
All right, Queens Borough President, we're tight on time today, but I appreciate you being here to talk about this. I know you're going to get the kiddo to summer camp, so good luck there.
Thank you.
All right.